everyone, I'm so excited because today is my first photo shoot of 2020 and we are using the Tamron 35mm f1.8 lens. In case you haven't seen it yet, I also did a creative photo shoot on the Tamron 35 1.4. So if you haven't watched that yet, I'll leave it linked down below. That was a really fun photo shoot at the beach. Today we are on the streets of Sydney and we are doing some natural light photos. We're going to be shooting at different apertures, different lighting situations to see the focus accuracy of this lens. And I'm going to share with you the final edited photos, but I'm also going to share the raw unedited photos and crop into 100% so we can see all the details of this lens. Today's model is Georgette. Lydia has done hair and makeup. Dan is behind the camera filming, and we're gonna get started because I'm really excited to shoot today. So yeah, I hope you guys enjoy watching. I was thinking, ooh, I like those leaves. Maybe if you sit like here. Yeah, it looks good leaning a bit more forward. For today's photo shoot, I wanted to go in a slightly different direction with the styling compared to my usual like flowy dresses that I normally use, and go for a more stylish look with some more accessories such as this hat. I didn't even think about it at the time, but the hat definitely helped prove that this lens is great at focusing. I find that sometimes when having accessories like this on a model, focus can accidentally end up on the front end of the hat, like on the rim of it, rather than the model's eyes, but I'm happy to say that didn't happen throughout today's photo shoot, not even in one photo. I found that focus accuracy when shooting wide open at f1.8 was pretty good. The focus did miss a couple of times, but for the most part, a lot of my images were sharp, so I had lots of photos to choose from for my final shot to edit. Oh, let me see. That's super pretty. Oh, cool. I like it. Nice. I'm glad we walked to this side of the street. I found that when focus missed, it was due to the lens being a bit slower than what I'm used to focus with mine and the model's movements, and not due to back focusing. Does it? Wow. So if you take a bit of care while taking photos and catching focus, there would be no reason to have any out of focus photos during a photo shoot like this. I will have a few 100% cropped, unedited pictures so you guys can see how beautiful the full resolution images are. I'd love to know what you think about them in the comments as well. In this location with the close-ups, I wanted to use the leading lines of the building to our side to help frame the shot a little better, and I was also trying to include some of the greenery on either side of our model for bokeh in the shot as well. Speaking of, the bokeh from this lens is absolutely gorgeous. I love how round and clear it looks in the background of all the photos that I took. Do you want to try one with your hair back? And then I think maybe shoulders towards me, like square on? Yeah. Yeah, perfect. This is the camera that's got the bad back of the screen, so ignore like the colors and everything. See how it's like really bright and then really, really dark? Yeah, that's what it does.
Still nice photos though.
Yeah, I love these. Maybe this would be cool actually. If you could stand maybe just on top of that, whatever it's called. Ooh, that's cool. The drain, yeah, that's what I was looking for.
Oh, slay.
It's like green, but straight. I need to expand my horizons.
It's gonna be. You know what you should do? An underwater shoot.
Oh, I would love to do that.
Yeah, that's a logistical nightmare.
No, Dan, nobody asked you. Keep your next
Except that I run it.
No. It's not about you, it's about what I want to do.
Oh, a disposable underwater shoot. That would be cool.
Yeah, Cool if I shoot disposable as well, 25 frames per.
Yeah, good.
You can be like above the pool, like shooting, like we're just underneath. In this spot here, I was taking portraits at f2 and found the focus accuracy to be a lot more reliable, with even more photos being tack sharp right on the eyes. Do you want to try if you kind of like hunch over, like broken doll-like? I was especially impressed with the amount of photos focused on Georgette's face in the shots where she was leaning over. You have her hair covering most of her face, the hat to deal with, and yet this lens didn't have any issues catching focus on her face. And then maybe if you want to do one kind of like semi leaning off it, not like straight arm, but maybe 1.8. Yeah, that looks cooler. Try some, maybe if you kind of like kick your feet around a little bit and you can like pull yourself off and like bring yourself back, just some with movement. Two things that I really like about this lens that I think you guys will appreciate as well are its price and its weight. The Tamron 35 1.4 is an already affordable lens, and I have said in my past video that it comes so close to rival my favorite Canon 35 1.4 Mark II, to the point where I would personally be able to replace my lens with it. The Tamron 1.8 has a lot of the great features the 1.4 version has, such as super clear images, great sharpness and detail, maybe with slightly less focus accuracy, but it's such an affordable lens. And then can we do one sitting there as well? Just maybe like curl your hand a little bit more. Yeah. I've created a review and comparison on a really popular budget 35mm on my channel last week, so please go check it out if you haven't seen it yet. The Sigma 35mm 1.4R versus the Canon 35 1.4 Mark II. And I think this Tamron 1.8 is actually a stronger contender for that. While the Sigma takes beautiful photos, if you're shooting on a DSLR, a lot of their lenses have back focusing issues, which can make them pretty unreliable depending on what you're shooting. So if you're after a budget 35, I would definitely recommend taking a close look at this Tamron 1.8. Do you mind if I get you to stand out here instead? Oh, that looks so cool. I'm using you to hide the giveaway sign behind you. And then in terms of the physical lens, as you can see in my hands, I love how small it is. It would be the perfect lens to have with you while traveling, and it only weighs 480 grams, making it a very light lens. Let's pause the video for a second so I can write up these numbers for you and so it's clearer if you see them in writing on the screen. For comparison, the Tamron 35 1.4 weighs 815 grams. My Canon 35 1.4 Mark II weighs 760 grams, and the Sigma 35 1.4R weighs 665 grams. So the Tamron 1.8 is definitely a super tiny and light lens, making it really easy to work with and carry around. closer up as well. In this last location, I wanted to incorporate more of the background into my shot, so I took some photos at 3.5, which you guys would know is super rare for me, but I really think it worked for the location. And here the focus accuracy really took off. All the photos I took, except for maybe 3 or 4 of them, were tack sharp with lots of detail. And I'll share a 100% crop of a couple of these as well so you guys can see. That's nice if you kind of like cross your arms like that. Yeah. I really hope you guys enjoyed that photo shoot. It was really nice to get back outside and take photos again. And I also really enjoyed using the Tamron 35 1.8. I mentioned earlier that I used the 1.4 before, which is such a beautiful lens. I was really impressed with the quality, so I can't wait to download these photos and take a closer look at them and edit them as well. I would love to know which ones were your favorite photos down in the comments below. But as always, thank you guys so much for watching. I make new videos every single week, so I will see you guys all next time. Bye.